Larone Whyte, 33 years old, 6 years older than Jose Gutierrez or Bolanos. Pretty close in terms of height. Reach, Whyte has a 4-inch reach advantage. Bolanos is an orthodox fighter. Larone Whyte is a switch hitter. He hits from the left side and hits from the right side. He orthodox and southpaw, and he can do it either way.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 6 rounds or less in the super welterweight division and is brought to you by Red Owl Boxing. Our judges scoring the bout from ringside: Jasper Kujavsky, Jeremy Hayes, and Jim Monkelbon. And once the action begins, the referee, Dave Dunbar. Introducing first, on my left, fighting out of the blue corner and wearing the Mexican colors, his official weight, 153.5 pounds. He enters the ring with a record of 2 wins against 6 defeats, hailing from Mexico City, Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Jose Tacho Bolanos. And his opponent on my right, fighting out of the red corner and wearing white. His official weight, 152.5 pounds. He enters the ring tonight with a record of 6 wins against 5 defeats, 5 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing Mississauga, Ontario. A warm welcome, please, for Larone Whyte.
Larone Whyte.
Gentlemen, we went through the rules earlier in the dressing room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourselves at all times. Belt line is here, belt line is here. There or above will be considered good blows. Any questions from the corners? Touch gloves now, gentlemen. Come out at the bell. Good luck to you both.
Referee Dave Dunbar, the 3rd man in the ring tonight.
The judges for this contest is Jasper Kujavsky, Jeremy Hayes, and Jim Monkelbon.
Larone steps up with a beautiful jab and pumping the pace early against Jose Bolanos.
These fighters have a little more experience. We're moving up to 6 rounds now. Larone, White Lion Whyte with the white trunks.
In between me and you fellas, I was a little surprised when I seen that Larone record has 6 wins and 5 losses. I knew him back in the days when I was training. He had so much skill and so much talent. The rumor that the version of I heard he took some rough fights overseas and on the road and stuff like that, and it's tough to get a decision. But make no mistake about it, Larone Whyte that I know is a very, very skilled boxer from the Huff Gym originally. Now he's training with his cousin Roger Goldenkargan, who is also a professional boxer back in his day.
But also don't forget that in 6 fights, 6 wins, he has 5 knockouts. So he definitely got dynamite in his hands.
Yeah, you mentioned that he was rushed a little bit. You know, he's 3-0 at one time, and he fought a guy named Samika Mullins. Mullins had 27 fights. He had fought for the WBC silver title. I mean, the guy was rushed. I mean, he was rushed. And you know, there's a couple of controversial decisions in there. There was the one stoppage, but his trainer says, you know, that was stopped a little bit early. Now training out of Oakville Boxing and Functional Training, as you mentioned, Steve, Roger Cargill. He said he's been teaching Larone a new style, switching and punching at the same time.
I'm not a very big fan of switching and punching at the same time, because that's how you can get knocked out, by switching when you're trying to, or when you try to switch while you're in the middle of the punch. That's when a lot of guys can get dropped. But he has switched several times here early in the 1st round. And like I said, Larone is a very, very good boxer. He got caught with an overhand right there, but he's a very good boxer. You see those nice little shoulder rolls inside in there. He's naturally a gifted fighter, but I mean, we'll see if the heart of Jose Bolanos will be too much for the skill of Larone Whyte.
Yeah. Definitely got to stay out of the way of those overhand rights. Bolanos is looking for that overhand right. He's going to the body first, and then he's coming up top to the head. He just tried it there a while ago.
Just landed the right to the head. Tacho, by the way, in Spanish means fast.
Well, it should mean powerful, because the best thing about Jose Bolanos so far here in this 1st round is the power of his shots that you can hear.
Yes.
You can see it. There's some oomph on those punches.
And that's what Larone Whyte's got to do. I mean, when you're in against a tough Mexican who bangs as hard as Jose Bolanos, you just got to box from the outside, keep popping that jab, use those angles, spin them. Just don't stand in front of him after you land a combination.
Wait for the openings.
And he lands a big right hand there, Bolanos, that caught Larone Whyte right on the chin.
Opening round. What are your thoughts, Francis?
Definitely Larone Whyte came out boxing with effort. He came out wanting to do something. But Bolanos definitely stood right in front of him and said, we're going to have a fight tonight. Tonight's going to be a fight. If you want it, you're going to have to dig deep for it.
All right, here's some of the action from that first round.
When Larone's boxing the outside, landing good body shots, a nice hook like he did there, that's good work for Whyte. But when he stands in close and gives Bolanos a chance to hit him, that's going to be detrimental to Larone Whyte's game plan here tonight.
You know, Bolanos came in at one point about 1.5 pounds over this morning at the weigh-in. He had to cut 2 pounds and eat a lot of time. I asked him how he managed to do it. He says, well, you know, I was shadow boxing in the sauna for about half an hour, dropped the 2 pounds and made weight. And here we go. We got a
good right uppercut to start for Bolanos. Bolanos is the one coming out aggressive this round.
Yep.
He knew he landed that hard right hand that shook Larone Whyte at the end of that first round, and Bolanos feels it. He's been coming out strong here in this first opening round.
So now he's hunting. Bolanos is on the hunt. Larone has to back him up with something. Good combination there from Larone.
You hear the coach of Larone Whyte telling their man Larone Whyte to box and move, and that's exactly correct. That's what he's got to do, is box and move, because Jose Bolanos has some power behind those punches, and we've seen that at the end of the first round, and we don't want it to happen again if you're in the corner of Larone Whyte.
Yeah, Roger Cargill was telling me that he's been working on a lot of different moves with Larone, including the shoulder roll, the shell move,
Right now it seems like Bolanos has forced Larone Whyte to fight his fight style tonight.
Right.
It's up to him to change it.
Larone's not switching back to southpaw. He's not boxing. He's not moving. He's standing there right in front of him. And you hear the corner call for the shoulder roll, but it's those angles that are going to make the difference in the fight.
There's a good body shot.
But it just can't be one punch at a time, Joe. It's got to be 3 and 4, because one punch isn't going to affect Jose Bolanos at all. He's a very tough man. It's going to be the 3s and 4s and the accumulation, just like with Trish and Brooks, they'll make the difference in this fight.
Nice uppercut inside by Whyte.
Got to go back to pumping the jab. Larone Whyte has to go back to pumping the jab.
A wild right miss by Whyte. Combination inside, looked a little bit low, but an uppercut comes back by Bolanos.
Bolanos is just stalking Larone Whyte. And the volume of Larone Whyte compared to the first round, we knew he came out blazing. He hasn't thrown a whole lot of punches this round, so I really think the effect of that big right hand from Jose Bolanos at the end of the first round really shook Larone Whyte to where he's, almost a little timid to let his hands go.
A little gun shy, yeah.
He earned his respect.
Definitely.
But the good defensive skills, the shoulder rolls that his coach Roger Cargill was talking about earlier. Like I said, Larone Whyte does have the whole package. It's what he's going to execute here tonight that matters. As we enter the second round, Francis, how do you have it after the first two?
Right now I have it pretty much even. I had the first round to Larone Whyte. The second round, definitely Bolanos came out with a little bit more aggressiveness. He definitely dictated the pace. He pushed Larone to fight his fight style. As you said, he wasn't switching back and forth like he was. He's standing in front of him, and you never want to do that against a power puncher.
Absolutely, Francis, that's a great analogy. If you're fighting a southpaw versus an orthodox, or anyone in any sort of fight that's this sort of style, we have a tough Mexican like Jose Bolanos against a slick shoulder rolling Mayweather-style Larone Whyte. You don't want to stand there or lean on the ropes and let this guy whack away, because that's what he does in the gym 365 days a year in Mexico. He stands there and go to war. He knows how to go to war. It's the boxing that's going to give him the problem and get the victory for Larone Whyte.
100%.
There's a shot of the crowd here at the Owl's Nest. It's a good crowd, isn't it? Jam-packed. There's not a seat empty in the house. Beautiful spot. 1,000 seats here, and they're enjoying some great action so far. Here we are, round 3, scheduled for 6 in the super welterweight division.
And a couple of straight, nice left hands underneath the jab of Jose Bolanos. Larone landing a couple nice left hands.
There you go, throw. Right back. Yeah, there you go. Circle.
Larone Whyte got to definitely get back on the lateral movement, moving east to west. That's going to get out of the big punches of Bolanos.
And moving and boxing from the outside, that's what Larone needs to do to win this fight. Sure, he's not getting hurt and he can do the shoulder roll and move away from shots on the inside, but it's giving Jose Bolanos an opportunity. An opportunity that he doesn't have to be given if Larone Whyte wants to make this an easy fight by standing on the outside and boxing. But when he stands there and does the shoulder roll, it's letting Bolanos break him down, beat him down, and possibly an opening for a fight-ending shot.
Yep.
Right, and he's not being first. He's waiting, right? He's doing a lot of waiting, and he needs to be more busier. Center of the ring's a good spot for him, though. You can see Bolanos has that power, so. Roger Cargill's asking him to circle.
And he does, but he's got to be careful that he doesn't circle into the right hand, because at the moment he's circling right into the right hand, and shot for shot, Jose Bolanos has got the knockout shot.
Right, you don't want to be trading with this guy.
Blood is not coming from the nose of Larone
There's a
Whyte.
good right hand by Bolanos, right on the button.
Get out that corner.
Oh, this is good two-punch combination by Whyte.
But then he stands there, Joe, and that's his biggest problem. He throws a beautiful combination.
Stands there and
makes
waits.
one step to the side, and then lets the guy throw back. I mean, you got to move, box clean, show these judges that you're not getting hit, you're landing clean punches and boxing. But when you stand there and trade, it's a tough fight to score.
Like, this is the fight that Larone does not want to fight tonight.
And it's the fight that Jose Bolanos does want tonight.
So you're thinking he should be 1-2 out, 1-2 out.
1, 2, 3, 4 out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out, but he just can't stand there like he did there and get hit with a big right hand after landing some shots. Because believe me when I tell you, boys, Jose Bolanos has got enough for 6 rounds in the tank.
This is what we call the bull and the matador. Tonight,
Right.
Larone Whyte has to be the matador against the bull, Bolanos.
You know, you talk about these Mexican fighters. There's the end of round number 3. Talk about these Mexican fighters. They, back home in the gym, they got to fight to just get a chance to fight.
Listen, I was down there sparring with Eric Morales before in Tijuana. It is such a night and day compared to the gyms here in Ontario. I mean, you literally got to fight to survive, fight to be allowed in the gym, and fight for those good rounds with Eric Morales. As we take a closer look at some work from the outside from Larone Whyte. When he throws that left hand and rolls out like that, that's when he's boxing beautifully. As I mentioned earlier, on the outside, he's looking beautiful. You just got to stay moving on those feet and keep those angles to keep the power and strength of Jose Bolanos off him, as we have 3 rounds left in this fight.
Hey, champ, just like what you said, he has to continue to spin. Like a matador, he got to continue to spin Bolanos. That's the only way he's going to get out of the power punches and land his shots while on the move.
As we head into round 4.
Scheduled for 6. Super middleweights. Jose Bolanos from Mexico City. And Larone White Line Whyte.
Yeah, there it is. See? There you go. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Use your feet.
And that's exactly what he's got to do from the southpaw stance. Keep boxing and moving to the right just like that. That's going to make for the easiest night for Larone Whyte when he's in the southpaw stance, to keep jabbing and moving.
And staying away from the right hand.
But you see the aggression come when Larone Whyte goes back to orthodox. Jose Bolanos instantly steps forward and lands a big overhand right.
How do you feel about him clenching when he comes against the rope? Just to get the referee to break it up and get back to the middle of the ring.
Oh, that's good for Larone, but you don't want to stand there and trade or try those silly shoulder rolls, because if you're off by a millisecond, it could be night-night time.
We've seen Bolanos land some pretty heavy shots in this fight. You don't want to be trading with this guy.
And one of the big things, Francis, I feel is that at this point of the fight, that nothing really threatening with one shot is going to keep Jose Bolanos off him. He's free to walk forward because Larone Whyte doesn't have that one-shot power to stop him dead in his tracks.
You saw that real slick move, you know, to his right by Whyte, but he didn't throw anything.
He got to be busier right now. He's choosing one shots. He got to throw multiple punches at this time while he's moving.
He makes Bolanos miss, but then he doesn't count. He doesn't make it pay. There's a good left hand. Now he switches. Two shots just missing by Bolanos. Another one just missing. Oh, and a very good right hand. Oh, good combination. That's what you need to see, right?
Yeah, get off the ropes. Get off the ropes.
Good body shot by Bolanos, and it followed up by your nice right hand.
Short uppercut on the inside by Bolanos. What a great, hey, with 10 seconds left in the round, Francis and Joe, we got to give credit to Red Owl. You know, I mean, this is another very competitive fight. Both guys standing there, putting it all on the line. This is what boxing in the province needs.
Right, terrific matchmaking here tonight so far. All right, end of round 4. Let's have a look at the scorecard, Francis. What are you seeing?
Definitely right now I got Bolanos up 3-1. Based on the fact that Larone came out the first round. He wanted to establish his jab and his movement. Bolanos in round 2, 3, and 4 decided that we're going to fight on the inside. Either on the ropes or in the middle of the ring is how we're going to fight. But I must say, in that 4th round, Larone was able to turn it around. He started to move laterally. He started to stay off the ropes, not as much as he did the round before, and was able to have some success.
All right, Steven, do you concur with that observation?
I mean, it's a tough one to score. I mean, you also got to take in the fact that Larone is a hometown guy. They were close rounds, but I definitely feel this is a very, very even fight, and it's going to be up to these 2 last rounds to decide the winner.
All right. Round 5 scheduled for 6. Dave Dunbar calls him back to the center of the ring. Here we go. Super welterweights. Larone Whyte in the white trunks. Jose Bolanos with the Mexican colors.
A nice straight left hand down to the body for Whyte.
Good check hook right there from Whyte.
And those are the angles that Whyte needs to be taken, because it doesn't give Bolanos a chance to catch his shot and come back with something bigger.
There's a left, right, left. There's 2 combinations back to back by Whyte. There's another real good uppercut stun by Bolanos.
And those bleeding profusely from Larone Whyte.
Yeah.
Right.
As Jose Bolanos just stalks him. And as I mentioned earlier, Francis, it's just the power that Bolanos doesn't respect enough, that he feels that he knows he can just walk forward and keep coming forward with no serious threat.
Exactly. That's what we're talking about. Larone Whyte putting something on Bolanos to back him up a little bit. Usually that comes with the jab, champ.
Jab and 3s and 4s. You mean you can't look for one shot. You mean you got to throw 3, 4, 5, 6, just like he did there.
Right
He started down low and worked his way up, and it pushed Bolanos' box back and stopped him in his tracks.
For the first time in the fight, he had Bolanos backing up. There's a good right hand by Bolanos. Oh, nice right hand, lead right hand.
It's been a good round so far for Larone Whyte. He's landed a few nice right hands.
Yep. He's definitely making Bolanos a little gun shy this round. He hasn't been throwing as much.
And a beautiful left hook to the body by Bolanos. Whether or not this is the fight that Larone Whyte should be fighting, guys, we got blood all over our scorecards,
Yep.
all over the table here.
That's a
and
good
it's been
sign.
a very good, entertaining fight, especially the past 2 rounds as they stood toe-to-toe.
Yeah, blood on the scorecard is a good indicator that we're seeing some good action here.
I didn't hear that.
Final 20 seconds now of round 5, scheduled for 6. Was a good left hand by Janos. All right, 5 rounds in the books. And it's a pretty close fight. Let's have a look now at some of the action from that 5th round.
That was a lot better round, Joe, for Larone Whyte. He boxed a lot more. He threw some beautiful straight right hands underneath the right hand of Bolanos. And the only time Bolanos got any sort of momentum going is when Larone Whyte stood in front of him and let Jose Bolanos throw shots. Whether they're landing clean or not, it's still slowly breaking you down and adding points to the scorecard. And another tough round to score for the officials here tonight.
Definitely, and that was definitely a round where Larone, tried to show, this is how I want to fight. This is how I want to end the fight. Same way I started it is how I want to end it. He started to move laterally. He started to circle Bolanos. I'm excited.
You saw the corner of Larone Whyte. What are they telling him right now, Steve?
I mean, he's just got to box. He's got to box on the outside. He can't give Jose Bolanos any sort of chance to steal this round or to possibly get a knockdown. He's got to throw his shots, move and step to the side, and not give Bolanos a chance to start getting letting his hands go.
You can see some puffiness around the eyes of Jose Bolanos. They've been a pretty good fight here.
And that's from the accumulation of Larone Whyte, especially in the first round. He's throwing 4s and 5s. And the past couple rounds, he started throwing some nice combos as well.
Oh, and a left hook.
Big left hook. And Jose Bolanos landed a vicious right hand to the midsection of Larone Whyte.
And there was Whyte, on the ropes. Is right where Bolanos wants him. Bolanos was really going for it here.
And believe me, he's got the power to finish this, so Larone Whyte better have his defense in check.
Big right hand. Here we are. It's a big round. Final.
That
that
hurt
right
him.
hand rocked him.
Larone Whyte is hurt.
That straight right.
And best believe Jose
rocked him.
Bolanos is all over him. He's got to survive this storm.
Oh, and
and another
right
big
hand.
right hand.
He's got 1:15 to go here in round 6. Can he weather this storm?
Come on, get back!
He's got to keep that defense in check.
Keep them hands up.
He's got 1 minute left. And Jose Bolanos has got to go for broke. I mean, he's already won this round. There's no real physical threat at this point coming from Larone Whyte.
Well, he can't expect to come.
Oh, he landed a beautiful right hand. Had he did the push back overhand right over top. And credit to Larone Whyte because that was a full power right hand
Showing he got heart.
from Jose Bolanos.
At this stage, if you're Bolanos, you don't want to leave it in the judges' hands. You want to make sure you can get out of here with a W, and the only way to do that, to make sure of that, is to end it right here. But Whyte has come back nicely here.
As we head into the final 10 seconds,
20 seconds
both
going.
men stand and trade. What a fight!
Wow, that was good. That was a heck of a finish.
Well,
Great
Francis,
fight.
I'd hate to be in your shoes calling that, but let alone the official scorecard. How do you have it after 6, buddy?
Well, let's take a look at some of the action back here from that last round before we go to the Francis' scorecard. Okay,
that was an action-packed 6th round. Larone Whyte started off beautiful with that right hand, right hook, left hook to the body. As the round progressed, though, he slowly got pulled into standing toe-to-toe with Jose Bolanos, but he stood shot for shot. He didn't wobble, he didn't wilt, he didn't break. He showed a lot of heart, and he had this crowd standing on their feet. And another sold-out event here at the Owl's Nest in Brampton, Ontario.
All right, let's go to your scorecard, Francis. How do you see it?
Definitely a tough fight. The final round started off good for Larone Whyte. He got hit with a big shot, but like a true champ, he was able to bounce back, and I got Larone Whyte taking this fight 58-56 on my unofficial scorecard.
The unofficial scorecard. It was a good one. And we see Bolanos had his moments, that's for sure. All right, let's go to the official decision with David Neiman. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, a big round of applause for 6 rounds of back and forth action between these two fighters.
Yes, indeed.
And we go to the scorecards. Jasper Kujaski, Jeremy Hayes, and Jim Monkelbaum all see the bout identically. 57-57. This bout is a draw.
All 3 judges had it 57-57. How did you see that, Steve?
Like I said, Joe, that was a tough one to call.
Fight,
I felt bad to be in Francis's shoes, let alone the official scorecard shoes. I'm okay with the draw. That was a great fight. I'd love to run it back and get an official winner if they were to do it again.
Yeah, you know what? That was. I think both of these fighters would probably be happy with that decision too. I mean, Bolanos might have thought that he landed some power shots that were bigger, but no question about it. Larone Whyte was superior boxer in this fight.
He definitely came out, showed that he wanted to box. And Bolanos, you got to give him a lot of credit. He came in here tonight in a hostile environment, and he definitely performed, man. He didn't worry about what Larone was doing. He decided that this is how I want to fight tonight, doghouse style. Phone booth, he did it, but Larone was able, at the end of the fight, to just change it around and come out.
All right, let's see what Larone had to say about it. Here's George Nasios with Larone Whyte. Having some microphone problems here, George? All right, here we go. Microphone problem corrected. Here we go.
Guys, we're here with Larone. First, give it up. That was an amazing 6 rounds of action right there. Give it up for Larone and Jose.
Yes, indeed.
What do you make of the fight? That was a battle, man.
Honestly, it was a good war. I felt like I did enough to win, but I was a little rusty. He landed a little 1-2 shots, but I feel like I landed the better, harder shots. But it is what it is. I should have went to the body a little bit more. I tried to stay toe-to-toe a little bit and catch with the overhand. But all it is for me was just to throw a little bit more shots on the inside.
Yeah, what did you think at the beginning? It seemed like you had the first round there. Did he pick it up in the second or third rounds?
Honestly, it was all me. I was just trying to slow it down and just look for the clean shots, which I should have just kept boxing, listening to my coach, stepping around and just using the jab. I abandoned my jab sometimes, and I was just trying to line them up with big shots.
So you think maybe you didn't execute your plan exactly how you wanted?
That's exactly it, but you know what? I give it up to him. It was a good war, and trust me, next time we do it, he's going down.
Well, thanks for a great fight, Larone. Give it up for Larone, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Red Owl. Thanks to the Zone. Next time you see me, It's going to be a good war. Don't worry. Every time I know, it's a war.
Thanks, man.
You know, next time out, he says we're going to see a better Larone Whyte. His trainer now, Roger Cargill, from the Golden Lion, he's worked. You know, he's sparred with Lennox Lewis. He's sparred with Chris Bird. He's sparred with Evander Holyfield. He's got a thriving gym in Oakville. He's done and he's doing a good job here with Larone Whyte as his new trainer. I think Larone Whyte is headed in the right direction. He could have done more to win that fight, perhaps, but you know, he settles for a draw. And as he says, next time you'll see a better version of Larone Whyte.